Welcome back to the Build from Scratch series. My name's Dave. I'm a web designer and digital marketer who's starting his own home service business and documenting the process along the way. In this video today, we're going to talk about branding. So let's see where we are right now in the process. In the last video, I talked about the business name. So my business partner and I decided on the name. We set up an LLC. We got our EIN, which is the employer identification number. It's like the social security number for the business. That allowed us to open up a business bank account and a Stripe account. And now we own the domain, which is hometownhousecleaning.com. I just have it's just like under construction right now, but this is going to be here. I'm going to go into more detail about building the website in future videos. But so now we need a logo so we can brand the business. So this is how we did it. There are a lot of ways to get a logo. You can create it yourself in a software like Canva. You could hire a graphic designer on the cheap. Let's say go to Fiverr and spend $5 to $25 on a logo. You could hire a graphic designer that's local to you. The reason why I didn't do any of those things, number one, I don't have the time to build a logo. I'm not a logo designer. I'm a web designer and digital marketer. It's a different skill set. So I didn't want to create some cheesy logo that just didn't look professional. And I didn't want to go with just one graphic designer because let's say I like their portfolio, but they just don't understand the vision and what I'm looking for. And now you're stuck with just one person. So I use a service called Design Hill. Let me show you what this looks like. So it's designhill.com. And what's cool about this service is you place an order and they create a contest, a logo contest. And you put in the information, your business name. It'll ask you a whole bunch of questions, different like color schemes that you might like. They'll give you some example logos you can choose, like just as an idea of like what you're looking for. And then they publish the contest, and graphic designers from all over the world submit their logo designs and compete for your business. So it's really cool because you get access to, I'll show you how many I have so far, hundreds of graphic designers. So there are a couple different price points with Design Hill. The base package for a logo I think is $299, and then $399, and I forget what the last one is. It might be $499 or $600, something like that. I decided to go with the medium package, which is $399. And what I decided to do, and I would suggest if you use this service, you do this too. They're going to ask you, you can have the option of paying the $399, but if you don't find a logo you like, then you get your money back. Or you could do a guaranteed payout where you will pick a logo and some graphic designer will receive their payout. I like to do, it's called guaranteed. You can see it right here. It's guaranteed. They're going to get paid. You're going to get a lot more submissions because people are like, at least I have a chance of winning this logo contest. Okay. So I started this last night. It's 7 days. It goes on for 7 days. It's been about 14 hours, 15 hours or so since I started this contest, and I already have 96 entries. Okay, so let me give you some tips on this. You're going to get an email for every single entry. So your inbox is going to fill up very quickly. I don't look at anything in the inbox. I just delete them and I log in here and I start looking through the list. Now what Design Hill suggests you do is to give a star rating and click in here. I'll show you in a second what that looks like, and type something out to each designer. I don't have the time for that, to be honest with you. I'm paying them. I don't have to follow every single rule that Design Hill puts in place. Okay, so what I like to do is this. I look through the list and I see if I find one that kind of catches my eye. Okay, I kind of like this right here. It's kind of cool. So what I do is I add it to my favorites. There we go. And I'm going to scroll down the list. Let's see. I can show. Okay, so you can show, 96 designs. I like to do the newest first. So these are the newest submissions. This just came in probably a couple minutes ago. And I'm just going to look through, and I'm going to find ones that, you notice how a lot of these will start to look similar, because if you look up here, you'll notice I have 11 watchers. So I have 11 designers that maybe they haven't submitted anything yet, but they are watching this contest. I like this because a lot of times what I find is the watchers are usually like really good and they want to see what everybody else is putting in here and what I'm adding to my favorites. And then they take and they'll say, okay, he likes this, he likes this, he likes this. And then they come up with a design and they usually post it later in the contest. I find that the ones that I choose, because I've used this service multiple times for different businesses, I usually choose one of the entries later on in the contest. So I'm going to go through. I'm going to just look. Some of these look, like I said, similar. I actually like this. This is kind of cool. So I'm going to add that to my favorites. I have a bunch on my favorites. Now, this one right here didn't listen or read what I wrote about the business. This is a house cleaning business, like a maid service, right? This right here is a house. This is like a spray for like house washing and roof washing. So I would not be choosing this one at all, and I probably wouldn't choose this designer. Nothing wrong with the design, but they weren't paying attention to the details, right? This one's kind of cool. I'll add that to my favorites. You can always take it away, and I'm going to just keep scrolling down, and you're going to see I already have some in my favorites. So let me go up to the top, and right at the top here you see it says my favorites. I'm going to click on that. Okay, so now I've got some in here. Now I'm not looking at 96 or 150. I'm looking at maybe 12 right here. Now I'm going to go into, let's go into this one here because I wrote a comment. So you can click in to the design, and now let me make myself smaller here. Oops. And I'm going to move myself over here. All right. So a lot of them will show just a logo. Some will have like little mock-ups in there. Look, this one they did a mock-up of a hat and shirts and stuff, which is pretty cool, right? It takes a little bit of time to do that. So I like the look of this. I like the colors. What I didn't like was this right here. This is a squeegee. And so look what I placed. When I click in here, let's do the annotation tool. I can actually click anywhere in the logo design and I can write a little note. So that's what I did on this one. I clicked on the squeegee and then I said, I like your design. I'd like to see what it would look like if you remove the squeegee and incorporate a different element. I'm just afraid people will think we're a window cleaning company, not a house cleaning or maid service. Okay? So you're just giving some feedback, right? And now you can see this person's online. I gave them 4 stars, which is very good. I do like the look of it. So I'm curious to see what they come back with. And I just basically go through each one of these. I said to this one right here, I don't like mock-ups. This is a mock-up, right? I don't like mock-ups. I like to see what it actually looks like. So I told them, hey, can you show me like what the actual logo looks like, not the mock-up? And I gave them 3 stars, which I like the design. It's kind of cool. This one right here I really like. I'm not 100% sold on it, but I thought it was kind of cool. When you go in here, people are so creative on this site, these designers. Like it's a little man holding the mop as part of the C. I thought that was kind of cool. And the head is the O. I thought that was kind of neat. One of the things I like to do with logos is I like this type of design where it's more of a rectangle instead of a circle. The only reason, this is the web designer in me, it fits better in the navigation bar than a big circle. Sometimes it makes that navigation bar much bigger. So I like to have it like this. And I didn't mention that because I don't like to give too many requirements. I like to see the creativity of the designers. So thanks for the feedback. I will submit a design accordingly. I like your direction. Please submit more along the lines. So what's cool about this is you can type in here. You don't have to use the annotation tool. You can just click in here and it'll give you some ideas of what to say to them. So that's what I just put this one. I like your direction. Please submit more along the lines. Because I really do like the style of this and I like the colors and everything. You don't have to be a graphic designer to know what you like. You want something to be professional. I do like this one. I thought it was cool that they had the mop as the M. That was neat. And like I said, I just added these 3 now, so I'm going to have to go in, give a star rating, and maybe make some suggestions. But this is how I do for the logo. I use this service a lot. $3.99 for a logo for your branding is not super expensive. You can spend thousands and thousands of dollars on a logo. You don't need to do that for a local business. But I don't like to spend $5 either. So Design Hill is a nice balance between those two. And it seems to work I've gotten some really great logos from this. So again, we're only not even a full day in, and I already have 96 entries, and I'm sure by the end of the week I'll probably have over 200. So what I like to do is, just so you know, you can't, I don't think, oh, I can. So if you click off the annotation tool, you can actually right click and save the image. And I like to keep a list. I have a folder on my computer, and I'm looking at these, and I'm sending these, the ones that I like that are standing out, I send them to my business partner and say, hey, what do you think? Is this color scheme, what should I say to the designer to get back to us? So this is my own design, original vector file. Yeah, so I really love this service. I think it's a great way to get really nice, clean branding that looks professional. For this business in particular, our team is going into people's homes. They have to be able to trust us, right? So trust starts with the initial contact point of the business, and it's typically them seeing your website, your logo, and things like that. So this is an important step. So at the next video, I will share with you the logo that we decided to go with, and then we'll be on to next steps, which is building out the website. So I look forward to taking you on this journey with me. Take care.